everyone, it's Data Zitik. Welcome back to another tutorial session. In this quick video, I'll be showing you how to create a simple pivot table in Excel. If you have a data set or table and you want it summarized, creating a pivot table out of your data set or table is one of your best options. Here I have a table that was appended with different data sets from different countries. If you missed it and want to know how, head straight to my channel or click the link below. Now let's jump into today's lesson. First, you need to have an idea of what you want to summarize in your table. Maybe you want to get the total cost by country or total quantity by product name, depending on your data set. You need to know what it is you want to summarize. Or maybe you are not sure yet. You can explore the data too. That's also fine. But it's great to have an idea in view. Let's move on. I'll start by highlighting my table. I prefer doing this first, although you can skip starting with this, but you'll be prompted to select your table later on in the step. So I always prefer to just select my table from the get-go. I'll select this using Ctrl+A. Next, I'll head to the Insert tab. Here, there are various insert options, but for this lesson, our focus is the pivot table. I'll select that and it brings up the dialog box requesting that I select my table or range. Now, since I already selected it from the get-go, it already recognized it. If I didn't do that, I'll have to do that here by clicking on the upward arrow by the right, and I can select my data table or range. Next, since I want my pivot table to be in its own sheet and I don't have a blank sheet open, I'll select New Worksheet. Then I'll go ahead and click OK. It immediately brings up the pivot table box and the panel by the right. Here it shows all the columns in my data table, which are sales ID, product name, cost of product, price of product, country of purchase, date of purchase, and quantity. Below that, you have your summary section. You can either select your columns and Excel automatically chooses where your selected columns will be in the summary section, or you can drag and drop your column. I'll start by dragging the product name to the rows section. This pulls out all the distinct product names that exist in my data table. Next, I'll select the cost of product and the price of product. Because these are numeric values, Excel automatically places them in the value section, and the default is always the summation function. So it gives the sum of my values. I'll be selecting the quantity too. Now you can see that my pivot table field has been updated with my selected columns. I'll go ahead and rename the headers to total cost, total revenue, and total quantity sold. I can also design this by heading to the Design tab at the top and click on the drop down to show different styles in the pivot table styles. As you can see, there are various styles to choose from. I'll go ahead and add country of purchase. Notice how for each product item, the country of purchase shows underneath it. For apples, you can see the summary data by country. Same goes for all the other products. You can also collapse that by clicking on the minus sign. Still in the Design tab, you can select the subtotal option drop down, the grand total, report layout option, and any other option. You can also expand the data by clicking on the plus sign. From the value section, you can change the aggregation function by clicking on the arrow. Select the value field setting, and this brings up the same dialog box when we rename the column header. You can sum, count, average, mark, mean, product, your data values. I'll go ahead and rename my pivot sheet to summarize data. I'll also rename the last column to product. This is how you create your simple pivot table in Excel. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I'll be seeing you in my next video.